Hi, and welcome back to Jody Drawn Out Interactive Coloring Calendars. We are currently working on our 2020 Ants coloring calendar. You can order your coloring calendars from Jody Drawn Out at Etsy.com. All one word, Jody Drawn Out at Etsy.com. So this is our Ants calendar, and on this particular calendar, we color in here on Tuesdays. My other calendar is a 2020 interactive calendar, and you can also go to Jody Drawn Out, Etsy.com to order this one. And on this calendar, we color on Thursdays, and we are currently here. So this calendar, each month is completely different, and the letters make up the theme of the month. So this one being January, the J is here, the gondola and gondolier. The A in the background, the bridge in Venice makes up the A. This building is an N. This building is a U. The sail of the boat makes up another A. The building on tilt makes up the R, the stairs. And these two mooring pillars make up the Y. So we're going to continue on ants today because it's Tuesday, and this is how far we've gotten to date. Now, we have 3 more weeks in this calendar. So today we're going to be working on the champagne bottle and the contents. The merman sitting on the cork. The bottle we've decided would be green. And today I want to talk about layering colors so you don't make mud. Next week, we'll be finishing the remaining champagne and all of the kissing ants and the merman and the other ant and all of the things that are related in flowing in the champagne. And in the last week of January, we'll be coloring the clock and these two and the background where the confetti is. So what we want to do now is talk about the colors that we've chosen to work on our champagne on the exterior of the bottle and on the interior of the bottle. And we have 2 golds. We have the Derwent gold and we have the Prismacolor gold. So as you can see, they're both very different from each other. One is a darker gold and one is a brighter gold. Also, the Derwent is a much lighter gold. And the Derwent is also a watercolor pencil. We're not going to be using it as a watercolor pencil because we don't have watercolor paper. So if we wet this paper, it will ruin it because it's too thin and it won't move around and it will not act proper. So we'll go over that on another time, but right now we're just going to use it as a regular coloring pencil. Now the outside of the bottle is going to be fine to use both golds. One is dark, one isn't as dark. So let's go over that quickly. This is the darker of the 2 golds, and this is the lighter of the 2 golds. So I want to use both out here because one I will be using as casting shadows and areas that the champagne has collected to make a deeper tone in some areas. But inside the bottle, I only want to use the lighter version of the gold because I'm going to be going over that with green because I want a green bottle. Now, if I were to use the dark gold inside of my bottle for the champagne, and then I went over it with green, I would lose the value of my green for my bottle. So on this one, you can see that I'll be able to maintain some of my green value much better if I just stick to a lighter version of the gold. And then I can enhance the bottom because obviously if my light is coming from the top, the bottom of the bottle would be darker. I hope that helps, and I think what we're going to do really fast is I'm going to draw out a wine bottle. I'm going to draw out a champagne bottle and do a little quick example so that you can have a better understanding of what the end result is going to be. I just really want to do the example first of the champagne. So I'm going to use the brighter gold, as we discussed, which is the Derwent metallic watercolor pencil, which we're not going to be using as a watercolor pencil. And I am going to not worry about the bubbles, but I am going to go a little bit more aggressively at the base of the bottle. So probably starting down here and working my way up with a lighter touch to the top of the champagne. And you can always go back and enhance the bottom if you need to darken it. You know, I just want to be careful not to go aggressively, because if I leave lines, they're going to be very hard to get rid of. Doesn't have to be perfect. Obviously, she's got some character flaws there, but that's okay. This is clearly just a sample. Now I'm going to take my green, and I've chosen Sap Green Light, and this is a Prismacolor. I just want to demonstrate how this is going to look at the finish. Later on, we're going to go to the bottom and enhance the green even more. I could even go with a lighter green. I'll be starting with the Pale Sage, following with the Sap Green Light, and then I think I'll probably use this Perusian Green for my darkest enhancements. I really like that the best. So when you're starting with a very white paper, it does have a little bit of texture to it. All paper has a slight bit of texture to it. Some more than others. Watercolor paper has a lot of texture to it, which is what enables you to be able to do watercolor over it. This paper, however, is actually a little bit thicker than what we're actually going to be working on. This is much smoother. And remember, I'm going to be starting with my lightest gold first. So we're going to go to the real picture, and I want to talk about the cork also, because this has to be colored in before we do the green. So I picked Ginger Root and Light Umber. These are also Prismacolors. So Ginger Root, I'm going to start with this lighter color. And then I'll go over it with this Light Umber to enhance it. So I like the color combination between the two, leaving the top the lightest. So this is kind of a dark color. She's going to have a lot of colors on her. I haven't chosen her colors yet, so I need to do that next. So I think those two, and okay, I like this. And with the light green going over it, I don't think I'm going to lose a lot of that value. So well, I've made a few decisions, and I've changed my mind on a couple of things. So I'm going to do her in pink and orange, but I am going to do her scales in these colors. So the cork, the hat, the mermant, all of the things that are inside the bottle. These are on top of the bottle. He's on top of the bottle. So it's a little bit confusing. The label's on top of the bottle. So is this one. But everything else is really inside. This is inside, inside, inside. So that's what we're going to be working on right now. So I'm going to play some music, and